Hello. Now that you have access to Sims, probably the next thing that folks are interested to do is to be able to find um, an actual structure in Sims. So I'm going to go through a couple different methods that you can use to find structures in Sims. Probably the most common way that folks use is the quick search. It's this little box up here on the right hand side. So if you come up here and just click in that, you can just start typing. Say if you know the FHWA number, I just start typing the FHWA number and it'll pop up what I'm looking for potentially. So this is kind of the quick view search. So it shows a list of bridges so that on the left of this you can see there's kind of two numbers here. The number on the left is the bridge ID, and the number on the right in parens is the FHWA number. So once I start typing and it pops up what I'm looking for, all I need to do is select that and it'll take me to the asset details page for that particular structure, so I can review the information I need from that point. So it's going to take a second to open, but here's the asset details page for that particular structure that I selected, and it's got quite a bit of information here in the quick view, but I'll cover that later. Another method that you can use is like right next to the quick search is there's a little menu that pops up and it'll show you all the different parent assets that you have access to. I have access, since I'm an admin, I have access to nearly all the structures. So if you click, let's just pick the state, so you can just use this tree, and then when it's broken down, like for me, I can go to the District 1 bridges, and then within that, I can select any given structure that I want to review. And it should be noted that this is what shows up in the tree is the bridge ID, not the FHWA number, so that you'd have to know what the bridge ID is to use the tree. So I'll just select that particular bridge in the drop-down tree, and you can see that it opens just like it did when I typed the quick search. It opens the asset details for that particular structure. If you have that information as far as the bridge ID or FHWA number, the quick search is probably the best way to go. But a lot of times folks may not have that much information about the structure. They may only know where the structure is located. So a good way to find it, if you know that, is go to the main map. So underneath Manager, Main Map, select Main Map, and it'll pop open the main map page. So then you can pick what assets you want to show. You can see there's like check boxes. So let's just say I just want to see bridges. So I just select bridges, and then I don't want to see all assets. Maybe let's just pick one county that I want to see. That's probably what most people are going to be looking for, a county or a district or something like that. So I'm just going to pick Adair. So I'm going to pick all of Adair, and then it's going to show me all the assets. Like if I want to filter to a particular one, I can do that. But in this case, we're already wanting to search, so we don't know what the numbers are, so that wouldn't be of much help. Once I've done that, then I just come over here and show assets, and then a map here in a second will pop up that shows you all the assets that were in Adair County that are bridges. So this is a Google type map, so you have to hit the control to be able to zoom in, but you can see that some of there's like blue dots that have numbers. What that means is within that circle area there's two structures, and then there's little red pens, which is an individual structure. So if you kind of know what you're looking for, you can just keep zooming in until you get to the red dot, and then you can click on the particular dot, and then on the right, information should pop up here in a second. Hopefully I did that correctly. There we go. For that particular structure that I selected, the quick view information pops up on the right for that structure, so you can see if that was the structure you're actually looking for. And you can also adjust the map if you want. You can click on satellite, so it brings up the Google Earth imagery behind it, so you can zoom in closer to make sure that was the particular structure you're looking for. And it takes a minute for the map to update. Another nice feature is if it's available, it's not available everywhere, that there's a street view that you can use, to look at some of the structures too. That just like Google Earth, you can jump to the street view if it's available. But since I picked a rural bridge, there's no street view available. If we go back to the information, say that that was a structure I was interested in, I go to the bottom and I can click on the asset details page, click that right there, and it will take me to the asset details page within SIMS, just like it did when we typed in the quick search and used the tree. It'll take me to the page for that particular structure. Once it pops open, we'll be able to see that. So there's the asset details page for that particular structure, so you can go look at the information for that bridge. But that's a couple different methods to find structures within SIMS. Thank you.